So Moreblocks has officially launched, and I just want to say a very big thank you to everybody that participated in the beta or gave any form of feedback. I also want to thank each and everyone who will try out the product, whether they're free or the pro version. All right, so that being said, let's look at what we do have over here. All right, so the site is fully built, with breakdowns as usual, and yeah, it's very like a straightforward website. You can go there to find information, the pricing, and a little FAQ and other stuff like that. There are links to like the library, the blog, the roadmap, if you want to request a component, you can also do that through here. Yeah, like support groups and other stuff like that. Going up, let's look at the library itself. So these will take us to the components that we do have. All right, so over here there are there's a really large screen, so you can see that there are three a layout of three, and on the left hand side there's a filter system that filter out everything, mostly things that I thought would be good to filter out. So those are, it's not fully built out, but this is the beginning of the filtering system. I'll change it depending on the feedback that comes out from when people use it. So that is what it is for now. But as I said, there are a few things over here that you might want to notice. There are templates. If you use Element Hive, there are 12 components for Element Hive. There are 14 components for Destiny Element, and then there are 574 components for breakdowns itself. So breakdowns without any form of extra plugin. So that is that. So this and this don't have any, the components and the template, they do not have any extra plugin included. And within the categories, there are a few over here as usual. I've added a few WooCommerce component. Building WooCommerce is a bit sketchy, but yeah, I think as time goes on, I'll be adding a few more items for the WooCommerce component. But from the beginning, we do have 41 single product cards. We do have, let's say you're building up the shop itself, there are also 21 components. There are timelines, and there are testimonials, themes, pricing, navigation, a few pop-ups. There's a logo section. There are landing pages, which are probably the template. There are hero sections, the header section, the global blog. So if you're building a blog and you want when it comes to laying out your blog in, let's say, your blog section, you can copy the global blocks to build a global blog and then use that global block as your loop. So that is what this is about. And there's a gallery, there are footers, there's a flip card, there are feature sections, there is an FAQ, there's a CTA, contact form, coming soon, archive, and banner. So this, as I said, this is the beginning. This is version 1. So probably I don't have everything that might be needed, but I have most of the things that I do believe that might be essential if you're building out a website today or something like that. And also something I didn't talk about is there's a pro and a free version. You can get a free version or you can get a pro version depending on what you think will benefit you. Apart from that, there are a few things about where the images are, where the video is, whether it's on the left or it's on the right, it's in the middle. And I think here there is a bit of work that needs to be done here. This shouldn't be text position. Should it be? Okay, I think this is text position. All right, so that is good. We can load more. All right, so this one loads more for you to browse if you want to browse everything without filtering it out. But yeah, the filter also works. So let's look for Element Hive. All right, so these are the Element Hive blogs. It's not the craziest because I needed to launch this because it's been a while since I talked about it. So at the moment, this is what we have, but trust me, there's going to be a few more fancy components for Element Hive. So that is that. and there's also some for like Destiny Element. With Destiny Element, I did start with like their timelines and other stuff, like, because I know there's not a timeline component, or there's not a timeline element in there's not a timeline element in the native breakdown. So I built out a few timelines first, and then I started like playing around with like designs, trying to come up with something more different. So that is what we do have here for that. Apart from that, there are other pages for like the extension that talks about the extension. There are pages for like pricing. So if you want to like go to the pricing page, and from here you can get directly to like purchase it for like the free and other stuff like that. So this is Moreblocks, and probably let's try and let's, before we even go, here's a playground, right? So here's something that we can try and use, let's say, the extension, because the extension is probably the most important part if you join the pro version. There are two extensions. I wanted to make both of them pro versions, but only one is going to be pro version, and then the other one is going to be free. So you can download the other extension in the link below. But if you join the pro version, you're going to receive a link to go download the component itself, like the one that houses the component. And I'm gonna show you how that one looks. So let's say you've purchased the pro version, and then you've installed your Chrome extension. So I am using Arch browser. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hover here and just going to trigger it. So this is what it looks like, and over here you can see that we do have, let me push this to the side. Over here you can see that we do have there is a search function that you can use to search the entire component. There's also a filter function that you can also use to filter out everything, just like the one that we showed in the front. So let's filter out Element Hive. So Element Hive filtered. So what you want to do is you can just, if you have Element Hive installed, you can just copy and paste it, but we don't have that installed over here. So let's remove that and pick something that we do have. So let's say Teams, right? So going back here, I'm just going to copy that. I'm going to click, my structure is already open, so I can just click here and do Control or Alt V, depending on what machine that you're using. So that's it. Depending on the kind of styling that you've made in your global style, it is going to adapt almost like 99% of the time to your global styles that you have added to your website. So that is what that is. Let's say you add another section, you can just come in, paste there, and that's it. If you don't have your structure panel open, you can still come here. Let's say you can just click, even if you click in a new section, even if you click here and then you do Control V, because there's a section and a section cannot be inside a section, it's going to paste it down below, just like how you've seen over here. So that is what this is. If let's say we do want to search, we can go in and clear everything, and then in here we can just come back, then we can search, let's say hero. So it brings out the hero section. We can just copy one, come here and then paste it. Then your hero section is next here. Yep, you do change it to be what you want it to be. So that is how the whole extension is looking. You don't have to, at first you had to like log in into extension to use, but now you don't have to do that. You can just load it, and that is it. And you don't have to like click on next to go to like the next pagination. You can just load more, and that should be good. So if you ever want to get to the top, you can get to the top, and you can also use the get to the top to take you all the way to the top. So yeah, let me see what I do have. Okay, I think I don't have the other extension installed, but the other extension is very simple to get. We can go to the Chrome store. So there's a Chrome store, right? If you go to the Chrome store and you type in Moreblocks, you will see it over here. So this extension is free to use. We can add it to our Chrome. So add extension, and it is done. So we can go back into our development, and from here we can trigger the utility extension. So what this extension does is it gives you the ability to to copy the global style. So let's say if you want to modify your global style, if you're starting like a new project and you want to modify a global style, you can just copy it from here. And also it has like clamp generator that you can use to like generate clamp without you having to go to like a website to go and do it and other stuff like that. As I said, these are all version 1, so there's a ton of improvement that can be done to the product, but version 1. So use it, and if there is any feedback you want to give, you can give the feedback. You can give feedback through the support. You can also give, if you encounter any errors or there's a bug in any of the component, you can report it through the GitHub. The GitHub link, you can go there and then report that. If you also do want to request something or a component added, you can do that through the links, the appropriate links that are on the website. So I think this probably like sums it up. Nothing too crazy. We are not going to build a website today, but I just wanted to show you what we have done and what you can do with the product when it comes to like what the whole product is usually is basically about. So you should go get Moreblocks. The link is down below, whether the free version or the pro plan. Thank you very much, and thank you for watching.